Yo, is the thing on?
Unfortunately.
Oh, I miss you too, Pookie. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Two Monkeys One Braincell podcast. My name's GC.
It's your boy Crimson. GC, make me a sandwich, bitch.
Why are we starting like this? Why are you
All
like
right,
this?
look. Maybe you don't understand as a Sigma male. I'm on my grind set. All right, you're just a beta cuck.
That's insane.
All
That's
right,
insane.
silence. A true alpha is
A
speaking.
true under no
All right,
circumstance, under no
I'm gonna be
circumstance.
extremely mean to women, and then I'm gonna wonder why they don't talk to me.
I can't like here's
All
the
right, I'm
thing.
just gonna focus on my body and not my mental health, and then I'm just gonna develop problematic behaviors, and then
Here's the thing.
whenever I get questioned on it, I start being like,
Here's the thing, right? Two things. One, I still don't understand I don't get what a sigma is. Like I got the meme, Sigma nuts. You know what I mean? But but like I also don't like alpha. I understand it's from that one study of like the guy observing wolves, and he just
right,
like
which was all
completely
wrong, by the way.
he proved himself wrong and has come out and stated that was wrong time and time again, which I think is hilarious. But and like what were we talking about? Oh, alpha and shit. Like what the
Well,
what?
we should clarify that the theme of this episode is masculinity.
Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy. But I wanted in research for this episode because like we looked at a couple of videos dissecting what it means to be toxically masculine. There's something I want to know. I think we can broaden this into saying yes, we'll be focused on toxic masculinity specifically because we're two single men. We kind of fit the genre and the stereotype a little too closely, but more so we want to talk about toxic personality in general. Masculinity
Right,
is the focus, but a lot of the things we'll broach on and talk about is just like toxicity versus a healthy mindset
right.
or a healthy grind set. No, I don't want to say that. No, I don't want
A
to say that.
healthy Sigma grind set.
A
Wake up at
healthy.
5 a.m. Do 500 push-ups. All right, you're gonna ingest your coffee in your ass.
What?
To optimize caffeine intake.
That's the
Right,
thing. I
you're gonna
like.
take 9 like you're gonna do whatever it takes to get to work, right? And you're gonna listen to books at 3x speed.
Who's that? Who's the guy who's like, I'm here in here with my Lamborghini? Who is he
Oh,
again?
Ty Lopez, who's
Yeah.
like now being sued by I believe the SEC.
Yes, he apparently did a crypto.
For
He
like
did a pump and dump.
yeah.
I'm so
Well, it was more
happy.
than just a pump and dump. He was running a full on scheme,
Wait, was he?
right? Let me buy your failing business,
Oh wow, never
and
mind.
then I'm going to renovate it, and then all those businesses went to crap.
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that. But
Yeah.
I think it's really good to know that there are people out there who I think Ty Lopez does fit the narrative of like Manosphere bullshit. Or sorry, they're
Kind of,
not
sort of.
called,
He fits more in the hustle culture aspect of it
which
rather
is
than
so
like.
synonymous with the Manosphere or the
But I
red
think they're
pill.
two different things, right?
Yeah,
Like I feel like the
agreed.
grind set thing is like more of just a capitalistic.
Yeah, yeah. Go with
All
your
right,
socialism. Go with
we're
your
we're gonna we're
socialism.
gonna
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
ban GC real quick.
What? What?
No, but
What do you mean? I'm the co-host with
uh,
you. What do you mean
I'm
banned?
finding a new host at this point.
How about you
No,
fix
but
your mask before you're talking like that?
all right. How about you fix your face? All right. At least I
Baby,
have
it's
to at least
already
define myself.
beautiful.
All right. When your beard grows unevenly, we can talk. Okay. Um, we're getting off topic. But to continue with what I was saying,
All right.
when it
Can't
comes to
believe
like
that.
the whole like Sigma grind set, I feel like that is I have seen those Sigma grind set videos from women too, right? But I
Yeah.
feel like that genre of like Tatism, as I like to call it, like the alpha male thing,
Ugh.
that is just within men. There are some female creators that we can talk about later that I want to bring up, but that genre of it is like
Well,
our
let's
main focus
let's
right now.
hold off on the female creators until we have a very specific episode dedicated to just toxicity in general. Only because
Well,
One,
but
we're two signal
why I wanna
males, you know
bring
what
it
I
up
mean?
because it does pertain to this episode, but I wanna bring it up
Yeah.
much later. Trust
Okay.
trust me that there's a reason why I wanna
Okay.
bring it up.
Hey, we gonna let him cook. I'll let you cook. But
Let me cook.
before you get a chance in the kitchen, I do want to preface that now the red pill and the Manosphere brand is called what was it again? It's called something like men's right advocacy.
Oh, yeah, men's right
How
activists. Stuff like that.
insane is that?
No, it's a wild thing
Like
because
it just
there are pressing issues when we like as a man, I feel like there are pressing issues. There's a concept that we are unable to like express emotions because of our placement in there.
this is
And
true.
there are other things. But if the only reason you're bringing up men's rights to is to like stomp out a woman's rights,
Then
you
you're
don't
doing it
truly
wrong.
care.
Yeah, then
Right.
you don't care. That's my entire thing. Remember when remember how it was earlier this year, Pride Month was happening, and then almost every the Mansphere podcast started being like, "Oh, this is Men's Mental Health Month." You remember that?
Yeah. It's just like it because it's like, oh, how come like we have to share? It's like with gay people, it's like okay, but you guys also bully gay men, right?
Yeah, and
They're
it's
in that loop,
dude, yeah, I thought it
or
was
like they'll
so
bring up like,
crazy.
oh, how come like veterans only get a day and then gay people get a whole month? The veterans do get a month. It's November
I didn't know that
or
actually.
May. It's one of those 2 months, but they do have a month. There are multiple times where you celebrate. So the only reason why
Yeah,
you're getting upset
exactly.
about that is because you like just want to find a reason to hate gay people.
Yeah, exactly. Like I so many times on my stream, people are like, "Oh, please make sure you celebrate Men's Mental Health Month." I'm like, I will never denounce men's mental health. That's very important because hi, I'm a man. Shocker, I know. But not the whole
Hold
but the reason why I didn't pronounce myself and be such a hard advocate for the month of men's mental health is because it's that statement is being platformed and used by so many bad creators, by Tate and the likes of him, by these men advocacy groups, which I just think is
yeah.
bizarre because men traditionally have more rights than women. We get away with a lot more shit than
Right.
women. It's quite
I,
frankly
I
disgusting and
think with
disturbing.
something like that though, there's like this level you have to balance it out in a certain way. So
Okay.
yes, it's important to still recognize it, right? Like that we're
True.
still going through a lot, but
Yeah.
you cannot use it as a weapon to push other people down, right?
That's what I want to preface. Yes. Again, it is incredibly important. Mental health is incredibly important, no matter if you're men or women. Men need to, in the society, traditionally, men are not allowed to show emotions. Me and you experience this often. I've, it sucks. I don't feel like I can show emotions in a public space. I feel like I can either be stoic, be charming, or be like the Chad.
Angry,
One more time. I didn't hear you.
being angry. You know what
Or
I mean?
be,
Like
sorry,
that's
yes,
like the
being
only
angry.
emotion you're really allowed to show.
Yeah,
But
but
it's still tough. Like I'll bring up like some of my dating stuff because I think it falls within the conversation, right? There's always a push on like men need to be a little bit more open. That's a common thing I see on like dating apps and stuff. And then when I am open about my emotions and stuff like that, like oh you're sassy, right? Like stuff like that, or like you're kind of wimpy for that. I'm like,
you are
how do you tell
sassy.
a man?
You are sassy
How,
though.
I'm sassy, but for different reasons. You know what I
Not
mean?
the
I am a
not the
sassy
hand gesture, not the I am sassy.
sassy, but for different reasons. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But
speaking
the reason why I bring it
speak
up
of
is
truth.
like you cannot. How do we tell men to open up about their emotions and stuff, and then in the same breath get mad at them when their emotions are showed?
And then judge them for having those said emotions. It's listen,
Right.
I'm not
And
saying there's no world where men advocacy is important. No, I feel like
yeah.
regardless, being able to demonstrate emotions is important. But so many of these videos, when I see men advocacy groups, always put down women and saying, look at the woman, she's so emotional. She's not thinking logical. And
Right.
I just can't help but stop and question men are more emotional than women. Look at the amount of crash outs men have. Look at them fist fighting over like dumb arguments. That's emotion.
Like,
There's
how
them
like there's
demonstrating
always like
emotions.
Republicans whenever like there's a woman in power, it's like, oh, we can't have a woman in power. What if she's on her period and she starts a war? It's like we've had a male presidency for as long as we have existed, and they've all started our wars.
Let's point out the elephant in the room. Hello, Trump is just being a fucking weirdo and always emotionally yelling and screaming on whatever social media how they're someone's right or someone's wrong, not prefacing or giving in detail any subject matter. It like
Right.
men are traditionally more emotional than women. We just been forced to silence those emotions and be more and let it streamline through anger.
Right. Um, One thing that I think is very interesting when we talk about like, there's two things I want to talk about when we
Wait,
come
wait,
to
real quick.
emotion.
I'm still here, right?
Yeah, you're still here.
Oh, okay. I just saw something flash over my screen. I didn't know if it was just me or the computer. But if we're
Right.
good, we're good.
GC wants to interrupt me all the time, you know. But two things I want to talk about in regards to that is and they both revolve around recovery, right? When we
Wait,
approach
hold on,
men's
real quick,
mental
real quick. Recovery, as in what type of recovery are we talking about specifically?
as in like from like let's say a negative emotion or like a bad feeling, because you know how
Oh,
like
okay.
in you know how we're always told like men need to suck it up, men need to like power through, boys don't
Yeah,
cry, stuff like that.
boiled, like pushing down emotions. Yes.
But it kind of extends even more. So like the first thing is like when we talk about men's mental health and we talk about specifically the recovery aspect of it, we do not allow ourselves to like recover. Like we don't allow ourselves to feel why we're recovering. We're just told to recover whenever a negative thing happens. Right? So it's like, "Oh, I'm feeling upset. Lock it." Right? Like there is no like, "Hey, let's work through it. Let's talk about why you're upset." It's just
Let's
like
be vulnerable
immediately.
and experience this emotion and
Yeah, and like
process.
lock in. We're not giving
Yeah.
a chance to like really feel out that negative emotion. And while it's not optimal to dwell in said negative emotion, you should be given the chance to recognize why this is a negative feeling. And I think that's like an issue I'm seeing a lot when it comes to talking about men's mental health is that we're focused so much on recovery and not enough on discovery.
Which I think coming from like this let's put this broader understanding of emotions into an sorry. Let's put this broader understanding of emotions in an example. Let's say either me or you were more regressed, right? We're not emotionally there. We didn't have as many powerful women in our lives as we do now. We're more so run with the traditional past standards of men. Gotta be angry. We can't show emotion. We can't be wear pink. We gotta be strong. We gotta be physically fit. We have to be stoic, right?
Right.
We agree that these are the more traditional, stereotypical old
Yeah.
ways. Now, offer these larger concepts of emotion to this individual. It's I'd be hard pressed to say that they would accept it instantly. It's like giving I don't know, I don't want to use that I don't want to use that example. It's like it's giving them this whole dump truck full of understanding and lessons and knowledge, but not giving them the language to understand them, not
Right.
helping them learn it. Like learning another language, not like an instructor. That's incredibly hard. How many people have done that?
Which like goes into like my second concept I wanted to bring up, and it's the fact that whenever we do talk about like another thing when we talk about recovery and what these tape people don't understand is like you can't just put the blame on women and then do nothing
Yeah.
about it, right? Like you can't just like we could say, "Oh, we have a problem," but then do nothing about it and sulk and um like you have to create like a positive space for masculinity. Like contrary to popular belief, GC and I do get along.
Yeah, we argue. We don't actually we don't just argue. We hurl insults. We get into the nitty-gritty. This
We
is
get into the
tame.
spaces,
This is
but we're
tame.
also there for each other. Like we always try to be there for each other emotionally and stuff like that. And like yes, you could say that like Tate creates this community, but it's a community that like
Mm. Hey,
And
hey,
that's why I said but. That's why I said but.
that
That is
that butt
why I
was
said
too
but.
short. Make it bigger. Make it all caps with multiple
Yes, you
T's,
could
multiple
say
U's,
that
multiple
Tate makes a
B's.
community, but
Thank you.
you happy?
Yeah.
They are just allowing each other to just like fester in that hatred without creating an active change, without giving each other a space to feel safe and vulnerable in.
And it's
Right?
something I do want to again preface that like it's kind of a fucked up thing to say, but they kind of empower each other. But that empowerment is I don't want to say stagnant, but kind of solitary. They
Right.
tell each other, "Oh, you are of value. You are stronger. The world is crazy." That's not always true. Like me and you, I think we're good people. Do we have our flaws? Absolutely, we do. We are
Yeah.
crazy.
You especially.
I don't want to hear shit from you, Mister. Oh, I'm gonna wear red glasses and
Hey,
in
hey,
the
they
room
hide
that
my
looks like
eyes.
God
All
just
right.
opened the
All
door.
right. At least when I show my beard, at least when I show my beard, there isn't
What
a
beard?
freaking
What
dot in the
beard?
middle. All
What
right.
beard?
All right. It's
Hey,
not a big freaking ding, 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 ding. You're gonna blind everybody.
what is that? I thought you were getting into like an Indian song. I
No,
thought you
that's
were
because
going to
I'm
get
brown,
into
huh?
that.
Because I'm brown.
No, because you don't put racist notions on me. Hold on. Don't put words in my mouth. Give me a moment,
Yeah, I
please.
can put something else in your mouth.
Daddy?
But to continue with that, what I said, but that brings up a good point. Like we can bring up incels, like when we're talking about like the solitary.
Yeah, and this is the Reddit bullshit all over again, where it's like incels propagate on Reddit so much because they think. Hold on, removing Reddit from the conversation. Incels in general are fester in locales where they don't have a lot of like in-person reactions or interactions. Instead, they're just prioritizing this sort of knowledge, but grasping it around a central idea and becoming very stagnant and toxic. Like that Uncle
Right.
Iroh quote. Do you remember it?
Uncle Iroh says a lot of things, so it's like it's
Go. It's that one quote where it's like
where he's
he's
talking
talking.
about bending, right? If you stick
Yeah.
to one style, you stay stagnant. Yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly. It becomes stubborn and stagnant and resistant to change and evolution. I feel like that's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a culture that's resistant to change, even though we have to change happens regardless of whether we wanted to or not.
Right. Well, with like incels, they think that like they should be entitled to a woman's like love or a
Fucking nice guy
relationship
syndrome. I'm
because
done with it, dude.
they're nice, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that nice is the default. You should be nice in your
Wait, hold
relationship.
on, hold on, hold on. Yes, nice and being kind and generous should be a default and should be all aspire to because let's be real, that's hard to do at all times. But just to like put some more sauce on this, kindness is done without the expectation, kind of defined by actions done without or selfless acts. They're not done with a thought of
It shouldn't
exchange.
be an action that's like reciprocated, right? Like you should.
Exactly.
Kindness is the default. You shouldn't have an expectation,
I paid for the
right? It's like
meal. I expect you to put out some.
no,
Give me
it's
some
like when like
puss.
Andrew Tate was like, I make my girl make me like 2 cups of coffee, even though I only drink one, and she's wondering why. And it's like I'm here to protect you, right? And you better make. It's like, dude,
Fucking what?
you
From
should protect her
yourself?
because you love her.
Yeah, like that's the thing. This should be reciprocal. This is not transactional. This should be this relationships in general should never be transactional of like you give me this, I give you that. It's more like let's give each other everything and let's see what happens. Some things
Right,
will fall away, yeah, some things will grow. It's never going to be even because life isn't even. We are two very close people. We both give different efforts sometimes because that's just life, man.
right.
To happen, you know?
And I think the reason why a lot of like these like Tate Manosphere people get so big and get so popular because it's easier to blame someone else than look at yourself. Right. I
Yeah.
want to bring up the Tory Lane situation with Megan the Stallion. I was telling GC about this
Oh,
a
this is
while
news
ago.
to me. Yeah, this is completely news to
So
me.
this
I don't
is
know
like
anything
kind of an
about it.
older case, but Megan the Stallion and Tory Lanez were dating for a little bit. They broke up. It was kind of messy. and Tori shot Megan in the foot, right? And Tori
Okay.
was on this like campaign about like I'm innocent, she's just a dumb bitch, stuff like that, right?
All right,
And
we didn't have to say it. We could have not said it.
but like the reason why I have to say it this way is because his fans and other people were just backing him up on this, right? Because Megan is a woman that's very, openly sexual. And like she's, like has that, song WAP, right? And all these other
Oh, that
things.
is Megan's song. I don't
Yeah,
think it was
people
Cardi
forgot that she was
B.
on it too. But it's Megan Stallion and Cardi B.
Oh, that's
But to
why.
continue with my point, like, and when the case finally happened and they found Tory Lanez guilty, right? They were thinking that this was just like some big act, right? And like it became less about thinking that Tori was innocent and more on hating Megan for like who she was as a person
That's to me, that's insane. Like, I
because she's an
don't.
openly sexual person.
Yeah, but that goes back to what we said previously. Like, men get away with so much more, and that's a perfect example. How can people look at each other? How can I look at like someone like Andrew Tate and be like, oh yeah, he's sane for saying that women have more rights? No, they fucking don't. Oh, homegirl got shot in the
Right.
foot. A
Yeah.
dude shot her. Her ex shot her. And people are giving him zero grievances? Are you serious? People are blaming
Because
her?
it's like whenever we see a woman that's quote unquote impure in
Femme
our eyes,
fatale.
right? Like there's like that
Eh.
that whole double standard of like you fail as a woman if you had multiple partners, but you fail as a man if you don't have enough. Which is
Bro,
funny. I saw this one guy comment like, uh, a woman is only good if she's had few partners. A man is only good if he has many. It's like okay, so if men need many partners and they can't really do women because then they'd be impure, who are they doing?
here's the thing. I think all these Manosphere guys are just gay. Like, I think they just love men too
So
much,
I
which
here's
I
the
have no
thing.
problem with, but like,
I I
I'm
I
out the closet already. It's 2025. What are you waiting
here
for?
here's my hot take in that
Oh, good
I
lord.
think saying stuff like that becomes problematic because we associate this problematic behavior.
What I just said?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
mean, I know you didn't mean it in, like, ill intention, but, like, there's always this thing, it's like, "Oh, yeah, just because like, they're secretly gay." It's like, why do we have to associate this bad side with just,
With
like
homosexuality. Okay, I could see your
yeah,
point.
because we have,
I
like,
could see your point.
homosexual people that don't act that way, you know what I mean?
No, but it's just so fascinating to me that they're so willing to despise the sex that they're trying to get with, or like they're trying to not aspire to. They oftentimes hate, hate the rights of the individuals they're trying to get with. And I think that's insane. Like, a woman has the right to her body, not you. Why do these men think that they should have rights to
Well,
women?
I think they do know that, right? But they understand that we're in an age where, like, you can say no. You know what I mean?
We're in an age where you can say no.
Right? You don't have to
Ooh.
settle, right? Like, if we have any women that watch this show, I think it's like 2, you don't need to settle.
Yeah, y'all don't need to settle. You could avoid us. We're idiots.
Right.
Avoid him more. He's an idiot.
I like how you point to the back like I'm behind
Not
you.
well on my screen. You're on my left, right? So you're like that way.
Okay. Well, you're like
Look this
above
way.
me.
I'm above you. What's up, dummy? What's up, short stack? Uh, uh. This looks so
Oh,
weird from my perspective because
right.
we're recording on my system, so you're still there. So it's like you're on the left
Another
looking up.
funny thing is like, have you heard of the term Chad and Stacy's?
Chads, yes. But I've heard multiple iterations of Chad. Not only the
So
country,
the
but
Chads and
like,
Stacy's is like an incel thing, right? Where like
oh yeah.
Chads are like these like picture perfect men,
Wait,
right?
I thought
They're like
Chan was supposed to be the male Karen, or is that Kevin?
no, I think you're thinking Kevin, but Chads are like, the stereotypical jock like that gets all the girls, right?
Yeah.
So like a goal of the incel community is to get rid of the Chads so the Stacies are available for us.
Is Chad supposed to be good or is he supposed to be bad? I'm so
I
confused.
mean, like, Chad is just like a regular guy. It's just like
So Chad is an average Joe?
Chad is someone that can get a girl opposed to them.
It sounds like the new name for the average Joe is Chad.
Yeah, but like that is like an incel talking point. They'll be like, "Yeah, we gotta get rid of all the Chads so the Stacys are
I
available
mean,
for us." You know?
wait. So Chad in that description, because I've heard incels being referred to as Chads. I Chad, I've always I heard a definition of like it's cheeky, hardworking ass dude. That not like what am I
No, no,
missing
no.
here?
I think you're just talking at your booty. You know what I mean?
Um Jesus.
Um,
But like hmm, so it seems like incel culture is just where does it I want to say this. I want to ask this realistically. If there are any people in our audience who want to avoid the incels of the world, where would incels thrive other than Reddit? Because I feel like Reddit's obvious.
any geeky subculture,
Hey buddy,
really.
hey buddy, don't use my name. Don't use my name, man.
But no, but I'm
I
I'm
don't like
saying that
that.
because we have to think about it this way. A lot of these issues that they feel like they're facing, anything that's like geeky dorky is like an escapism for them, right? But like that's why you always hear about the that's why you whenever we like think about like the nice guy nerd that like gets angry at women is always like some kind of dork is because a lot of them exist in these geek cultures, right? I am thankful that even though I am kind of a dork, that the subgroups that I'm in, right, like my trading card game community, you know, the people I play Pokemon with, and like the people I do other stuff with, we are all generally good guys,
I think
right?
it's because
We
where we
don't
live. I will say, like LA does have a subculture of hate. Absolutely,
right, but like I feel like
not
those
like 'em.
healthy communities can exist anywhere, right? I have friends that live in other states that have created a good community of like non-hating, non-women
Yeah,
hating
I
guys.
could
You know what I mean?
understand, but like again, it comes to size of the city. Yes, they exist everywhere, but I what's a city in Ohio?
Columbus.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, our culture of like Pokemon Go players who are healthy, progressive, and respecting women's
Well,
rights
here's the thing
gonna be
about we
bigger
can't
here.
bring up the people that play Pokemon Go in our community.
Fucking
All
have
right,
to.
you've met some of them.
Yeah,
They're
some of them don't. Some of them do not shower. I have stink. I have smelled too much stink.
I remember this was like a while ago. I went to an event. GC was not there, and I was playing. It was like a raid event, right? And I'm
Huh?
playing, and I'm seeing a guy as he's raiding, he's watching like porn on the little mini viewfinder.
What? Sorry,
You heard?
playing a
Yeah,
kids
like I'm
game
seeing like
and getting hard. That's
I don't know about that part. I didn't want to look down there.
that's that wires are crossing that shouldn't be crossing. You know what I mean?
Right, but like,
That's so weird.
but you can exist in these nerdy pockets and have these kinds of beliefs about women and stuff because you escape from that. It's like, oh, no woman can ruin my life here. And then the moment a woman joins, they're like,
Klaus also mentioned that he man does work with kids, and I feel like he has a right to do stuff like that, even though I don't necessarily agree with him doing it.
yeah, man, that's just.
Yeah,
But
man, like you can't.
speaking of kids, there are like young elementary school kids that are having these like Tateism thoughts and stuff like that.
Tate targets the youth. I remember when Tate
Right.
first came up, I was barely out of high school, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that type of like alpha male thing, because it's like at that age you're feeling like the most vulnerable, right?
Yeah, hormones are like changing constantly. You don't know who you
Right,
are
and then you might
around
get your
the
heart broken by a girl. It's like, okay, who's gonna help me through this?
a
And
woman.
then woman, ugh, this guy, he's buff. He's got like a Lamborghini. He's got this huge house. He's gonna help me. I bet he has some sound advice for me.
Let me join the
And then it's
Hustlers
just like
Academy.
insane, what's it called?
Let me join the
Misogyny.
real world, where I get paid in where I if I invite other people, I get paid for a part of their invitation fee or like acceptance fee. I get
Right.
paid in hustler tokens because I'm just that type of guy because I'm the hustler. I'm a high what's it called? What they
High
keep
value
saying?
man.
I'm a high value alpha male. You know what I mean?
But it's like it's crazy to see that type of behavior coming from such young people
You
because they're
think
so vulnerable to it.
you think it's that they find it or it's being pushed towards them or it's
I
their
think it's the latter.
family?
I think it's more pushed.
Or is it their family demonstrating it?
I think it like
Like,
if
is
we're
it
ranking those three,
algorithm?
I think it goes like 2, 3, 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're having this type of content being funneled to you, right? It's being reinforced by like society and stuff like that, and then you actively look for it.
Well, okay, okay. We've talked about toxic a lot, and I want to talk about like what healthy masculinity looks like. But I just want to also point out that with AI being such a rampant, uh, being so rampant on social media, especially on kids' social media. Have you seen the cat videos?
Oh, those like it's like the
The AI
cat,
cat
like
videos, yeah. They're like,
spousal abuse and all that other stuff.
yeah, like they're demonstrating women being assaulted by Giga Chad men, and then this dad going on like a rampage right after it. Children are witnessing what Tate said, like the Tate rhetoric in this AI video. It's being Tate message being reinforced by just some AI bullshit slop. It's tragic, man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I think that might be a little bit what you're seeing here.
And I want to bring up this the woman YouTuber that I was telling you about with in regards to masculinity, right?
Yeah,
She is of course a woman, but she reinforces the idea of like, oh, men shouldn't be like men are like so oppressed, and it's like women's fault for that, right? Where when in reality, if she wants to be a positive force,
men are
I think her name
oppressed.
is like Roma Army, right? And she validates like, oh, I'm just telling men like you don't need to commit suicide. Like there's a reason why you're going through these issues because women are trying to bring you down. When in reality, I think the way as a woman you need to like is to open this space up. There's a lot of talk about how do we deal with young Tate fans, right? How do we handle them in the real world? Because if you like openly like shun them and stuff like that, it's gonna
It's going to push
embolden them.
them. Yeah, it's going to
Yeah, it's
push
gonna
them
push them
further to
further.
Tate.
I think it's just they have to just like you have to integrate them and then just like be like, hey, when you do these things, when you say these things, that's wrong, man.
That's
We don't
hard to
operate
ask of
that way.
people. That's hard. Like,
It's
let's
hard to
say
ask of people, but like the only way we can like really push for people to like be better is to just like call out the behavior when we see it. Like if you're just like, hey, I'm frustrated about how I'm being treated. All right, let's talk about how you're being treated. Let's talk about what you have said and why someone might feel reserved when talking to you. You
let's
know?
let's offer this let's offer them a conversation to open up about their feelings and offer them a safe space even if they don't really want to. Like, I don't want to interact with a fucking Tate fan. Fuck that.
Right.
You know when it comes to politics and this Tateism bullshit, I'm a lot more vehemently against it. I'm a lot more
Right.
pronounced in my hatred of it.
Right.
Right? Like, but I think a part of it is right. Like, how do we answer to this amount of hatred towards how do what do we do to answer what's the answer to this amount of hatred? It's hatred towards women,
Yeah.
the hatred towards sensitivity, honesty, openness, able to accept criticism and fucking accountability for our actions. How do we broach these people into accepting these hard ideals?
I think it's community at the end of the day,
Yeah, but
right?
that's a such like a lofty idea. That's
It's a
so
lofty
grand.
idea, but I think it's the best one, right?
Like, community could mean anything. Could be a fucking
Well,
show.
like that's the good thing about it. It's like you know, you just find a group of people that accepts you for who you are, but it's like willing to challenge.
But the group people that usually accept them for who they are also projecting the same notion.
But it's also
Becomes an
important
echo
that, like,
room.
you just find the right one, right? Like, I've been, like, moments where I
Hold
could have
on.
fallen down that until,
Absolutely,
like.
but hold on. We're talking about individuals who are of a very toxic mentality, and as two people who are not of that toxic mentality, we don't want to interact with these. You're saying these
Right.
people have to find good people. Motherfucker, I'm saying the good people need to like say, "All right, dude, come here. Like, let's have
Well,
a
yeah,
chat
that's what
about
I'm
this."
saying. That's why you need to find a good community that will, like, fester that. Like, I've known people at, like, the card shops that I've played that are 2 different people from when they came in and, like, them now, right?
Is this a joke about transgender individuals or
No.
good, thank God. Well, I was
No,
really
I'm saying,
concerned where
like,
you're going with
we had
this. Like,
people
what the fuck?
who would have these, like, negative views on, like, women or, like, certain people, right? And it's like and then, like, we'd, like, call it out and be like, "Yo, you can't say that type of stuff. You can't be that way,
Okay.
man."
Say for whatever reason, one of these alpha mailer or uh male advocacy listeners are watching this show, watching this episode in particular. What should they look for? How would we describe healthy masculinity? What are some things to be
Mr.
aware of?
Rogers,
You're not, why the think I remember what the hell Mr. Rogers meant?
he was a great man.
How
Steve
he
Irwin
was
is, like, another good example. Bob Ross.
so he
I
did.
think, like, when I think of positive masculinity, I think of, like, aspects like altruism, right? It's doing stuff for the community for the greater good, providing for the community for the greater good.
So you're giving me examples of people and actions, but
Yeah,
right there you touched on altruism. They're saying demonstrate some selflessness,
yeah.
demonstrate some wholeality. Wholeality. I don't know what I was gonna say. Some holistic intentions, I guess. Like try to be accepting of other people's created criticism
Right.
and being accountable, knowing how to apologize and be vulnerable with your emotions. Am I going on the list of like we agree is healthy traits?
Well, yeah, I mean, so a good example, then it's what a lot of incels and, like, these alpha males will do is they will associate themselves with certain characters, right? Think of
Yeah,
people like Norman Bates,
where that is. I know Fresh and
from
Fit,
Psycho,
Tate,
The Wolf of Wall Street guy, Leonardo DiCaprio's character,
Asmund Gold.
Asmongold. But, like, you also have to think of, like, all the great male characters that exist in fiction as well, like
Uncle Iroh.
Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho is, like, one person I bring up as
What's up?
someone who
What's up with all
who
these
learned
older
to be kind.
references? Bro,
What?
what's up with these all millennial ass references? Are you shitting me? Bring
I
me some
like that
Gen Z.
show.
It's a
You're
good show.
asking for what I can you let me get to my point
Can you bring up
and
more
stop
recent examples?
mansplaining? Can you stop mansplaining? As I was saying, you look at characters like Yusuke Urameshi or like the Alric brothers from Full Metal Alchemist
Oh,
or like
oh.
Superman. The
Whoa,
most
which
recent
one? Which one? Which
Superman,
one?
the most recent one
Okay, cool.
with the corn sweat. Yeah, like great examples of like positive masculinity, like learning to be kind and stuff like that.
Yeah, but again, like, what? How can we tell if someone's masculinity is healthy or not?
That is just it's always like what's it called? That's always like it's different for everyone else,
Yeah,
right?
but here's the thing. This is what I'm trying to get to.
When I think masculine, I think provider, right? I think of someone that helps.
Hold on. Hold on, because that's also what Tate and everyone else says. You're falling into a parallel where yes, provider is good, but women could be a provider too. Doesn't mean they're masculine.
Right. Well, there's a reason why I say provider, right? My dad was always in the picture, right? My dad was there for a lot of things, helped out the family, built us up, right? But when times got rough, he didn't blame it on my mom. He didn't blame it on other things. It's just like
Not
understanding he has a struggle, but he has something to work towards, right?
hey,
And that is to
the thing. These are all great qualities. That's great of your father. That's not just being a provider, though. That's also understanding situation and having situational awareness and being critical thinking. That's also
but yeah, like
demonstrating some
that comes
emotional
with
depth.
providing. You have to understand what you need to
That,
do to provide.
no, yes, but further on that, provider is usually associated with being able to just bring something. Oftentimes, even these incels can bring monetary goal, monetary wealth. They can bring some sort of housing, some sort of fiscal value. Doesn't mean that they're good people. Asking these
But
incels and people
that
of
brings
a
me to my point of like
okay.
your end goal should not be like I am a provider. You just provide. You know what I mean? It's showing, not telling.
What you touched on there, I think, is closer to the truth that we're trying to get to. It's
Right.
instead of yelling and being loud and abrasive and abusive about, look at me, I'm a man. It's instead being holistic with who you are, being comfortable and vulnerable, and still being representative of you and your culture and your society, whatever they may be. Armenian, you are. I don't know. Have we talked about you? What your background is?
Yeah, we have. I think we brought it up two, three
Would you like to bring
episodes.
it? I want to be careful because you're the one with the mask on. I obviously
I
hello.
am a Sri Lankan American, and that's
There you
something that
go.
is being
You're
said.
from Sri
I
Lankan.
just know I brought it up at one point. Keep in mind, in the productions of these episodes, there are some breaks in between, right? So like,
There are some cuts where
especially
just
between like the release of episodes. But yes, I have brought it up.
okay.
Um,
But like
but
you're
that's
Sri
why
Lankan
like
and
when
you're
I brought
bringing
up
it. Hold on,
Mr.
hold on, hold
Rogers, that
on,
was
hold on.
okay. I was mansplaining.
Let
I
a
was
brother
mansplaining.
cook. Yeah. No, you were just interrupting. Don't put it some fucking high lofty voodoo bullshit. No, you're just interrupted, bitch.
Just say what you were gonna say. This is why I don't let you speak.
Can't sound me now, bitch. I'm your co-host. Anyway, you're talking about verbosity. It's how loud can this person be about this singular thing? When real masculinity and wholeality, wholeality doesn't require being loud. It requires good points. It's not volume. It's conversation. It's logic. It's
It's
demonstrations.
quality, not quantity.
Quality over quantity. Exactly. If someone's yelling out, "I'm a man," you should probably look at that and be like, "Why are you? What purpose does it serve to tell me that?" I can tell that you're more on the masculine side by the way you dress, the way you present yourself, by the fact that you have a penis, and if you prioritize sex over for gender in certain situations, which I don't necessarily agree with, but people do, and we're specifically talking about individuals who are more aligned with the Tate logic, right? They don't view gender, they view sex, whatever. What does it mean to be a man? If someone's screaming out, "I'm a man," why are they screaming at you that they're a man? Why do they feel the need to demonstrate and force it down your throat? I could see you are one. I could see you're a male.
Right.
What's left? What else?
I think yeah, I mean, like a lot of men will just focus on the physicality of what masculinity is, and not the internal part of it, right? Like, and masculinity is so different. Like culturally, like for me, masculinity has always been altruism, right? It is providing for the community, for the greater good, and sacrificing your personal needs for the greater good. Whether the example is big or small, but like that growing up, that was always my view of what masculinity is.
And your point. Because like masculinity has always been parallel to being a provider. In a lot of films, I just want to demonstrate or offer some conjuncture that am I using that word right? That's a big word. I don't know if I'm using it right. Anyway, we're rocking with it.
You use a lot of big words, and I
I
feel
use
like
a
someone
lot.
in the comments would be like, "Man, this guy is just like yapping."
College dropout, stoner streamer, none of those mean I'm smart. I'm still here, so eat it. Um I want to offer some a point to combat this idea. Yes, being a provider, I could see that being a provider can be as math and prioritizing and being sacrificial your own needs and prioritize the needs of others. That could be viewed as masculine. I'm afraid of putting those two parallels together because yes, being a
Right.
provider is. oftentimes referred as being masculine. But I mean, how do I put this? Uh, it's too much of a parallel of the talking points of the Tate genre of like, oh, you have to be a provider. That's what it means to be a high. What did they say? High.
High value man.
I. That's what it means to be a high value man. I'm very afraid putting. I'm very afraid of that parallel. You know what I mean?
I think it's less about like seeing them as parallels, and you start on the same road, but it's the outcomes that matter, right? Okay, I am in this. So I've had many instances, right? Like, because I'm a single man, I'm on this path of like, okay, I am consistently being, ghosted and this, that, and the other thing, and all these other things I'm going through, right? And incels go through that path too. Which route am I going to take? Am I going to sulk in that behavior, start blaming women for my inconveniences and my shortcomings, and like antagonize them? Or am I going to keep going the same path that I'm going, right? Establish meaningful connections with the women in my
Oh.
life.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I get you. I get you.
Yeah. So like yeah, like yes, provider, but like okay, am I providing because like I'm proving that I am more powerful than you
Oh.
or
Oh. Obligation versus choice was the way you're
yeah,
boiling down to. I understand. Oh, hold
right.
on. Oh, excuse me. So
But
you're
that's
saying,
why like when we talk about masculinity and like it's about the paths you take cuz so many of our paths as men have points where we meet and points where there is a crossroad.
yeah, yeah, that's fair.
And it's
I
just
I
about
will.
going down the right path.
We're running out of time here. I just want to say this one last thing. It's like masculinity itself is complicated. It doesn't look the same for every people, but some things to look out for when you deciding whether someone is a good masculine or toxic masculine is how loud they're screaming that they are men, how long they're being verbose about who they are. Are they put like something to look out for? Are they putting down women? Are they putting on different people who are different? Are they trying to embolden themselves on some arbitrary scale that doesn't revolve around society or community? Fucking what Tate says about like what Tate said, and the reason why we take Andrew Tate is because I feel like he's the most popular and the most. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the big one in this field. Um, oop, forgot my tangent. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, um, and like something to look out. These are great things to look out for, but at the end of the day, just recognize that masculinity. One is what you identify as, for sure. It's if you want to use the terminology as being a provider, yes. But looking at it more as not obligation, but choice.
Right.
Demonstrating and taking initiative in your own life and being able to be holistic with yourself comfortably, regardless of other people.
Yeah.
Any
I
last
think what I want to end this note on, like this episode on, is there's always a way out. You don't need to sulk in this behavior. You can be this quote unquote high value man you want to be without being misogynistic or racist or homophobic or like
you don't have to put
expectant.
you don't have to put down others to progress yourself.
This like umbrella of patriarchy doesn't need to like keep you in, right? You have the ability to break from those like shortcomings and bad feelings you have, but it is your initiative that's going to take you there. Right. I think
Don't
with
mind
that
me.
being said,
Don't,
I hope you guys enjoyed us talking about this topic.
I feel like we had
I
to.
know we joke around a lot, but I think it's great for us to talk about these things.
I just want to point out, like, we fit the stereotype of being like a toxic masculine space as two
We
straight
have been
men.
put into the like the ability to like become incels, and we just have not. And I'm thankful that we haven't.
I have a lot of strong women in my life. They would fucking kill me.
Yeah,
quite frankly. You've met
same,
them. They
same.
will murder
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I met that, yeah, I know
Yeah,
them.
yeah, 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 it's scary. It's
It's not
horrifying.
even it's like, I'm just glad that I was given a good head on the shoulders, not even by the women, but, like, the men in my life who have been like, "Yeah, you can't, like, don't you can't be this way if you wanna, like, create these valued, like."
Sadly, it actually is very funny you point that out. I don't think I have a good male role model. All my role models are women. I think that says a lot about why I think the
Liver?
way I think. Sorry, what did I get cut off?
Or chopped liver? Not
Huh?
not a good role model in your life?
Stop insulting me so much and then maybe, bitch. Stop being so
We'll think
hurtful
about it.
all the time. Maybe you'll have a chance.
I'll think about it.
Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is GC.
I'm Crimson.
This was a Two Monkey No Brain One Brain Cell podcast. I just dropped something, and we'll see y'all next time. Deuces.
Deuces.